A very good evening to one and all. I'm so happy to be here today, but much earlier than time. Every Wednesday, we go live at 8:30 p.m. on Secrets of Living a Full Life. But today, we have had certain issues come up, so we have joined in early. So all those who watch, you definitely can watch it at 8:30. You can take part in whatever we have done today and try to add more value to your life. So this is Vijay Tushar, Leadership Development Catalyst here on Secrets of Living a Full Life, and I am with my students from Management Me School of Confidence. So, dear friends, today's topic is how would you like to be known in this world? So, we have Tanush and Shreya with us, and Chanchal will also be joining us very soon. So, tell me, Tanush and Shreya, when you were children, you must have had a lot of desires, na? As to the common question that people would ask you is, what do you want to become when you grow up? Right? So, what was your answer then, Tanush?
Ma'am, as a student of science, I always wondered why I had to learn about the theories of scientists that had been disproved many years ago. To
No,
which
no,
my teacher replied,
my question to you, Tanush, was just a casual understanding of he's a little lost today. Tanush is an engineering student, and you can understand at this time of the year how much they have to study. So he's totally zoned out and he's not listening to me carefully. So, it happens. बहुत pressure है. थोड़ा chill down करो, relax करो, सब कुछ हो जाएगा. So, I was asking you when you were younger, like maybe in 4 years or 5 years, many times maybe your parents, friends, or family would ask you कि तू बड़े होके क्या बनेगा? तब तेरा जवाब क्या था?
I never had one answer to that, miss. I always used to change my answer all the time. For the longest
अच्छा,
time, I wanted to be a cricketer.
you wanted to be a cricketer once upon a time. What else?
I thought astronauts were cool at some point.
Astronauts were
Cool at some point
cool.
in
Yes,
time.
yes, yes.
All the usual ones, but nothing else, I guess.
All right. So, astronaut, cricketer, that was what came to your mind that you would be one day. What about you, Shreya?
I'm not very sure about it, but I think I want to be a singer.
You want to be a singer.
Yeah.
This was what you would tell when you were small, younger.
No, when I was young, my opinions were different. I was more into science. Now I'm not.
Well, I didn't get you. When you were younger, what was the message that, I mean, what would be your answer to the question where people asked you, बड़े होके क्या बनना चाहती है?
Yeah, my answers were different as a young
Yeah,
person.
that's exactly what I'm asking. What were they?
I was more into science, so something
You were a
in the
science
field of science.
student.
No, I was more into science. Yeah, I was a science student.
Okay, so what were your answers? Okay, what you wanted to become?
Uh, Something in the field of science.
Scientist, engineer,
Yeah, not
doctor. Yeah.
science. Yeah.
So over the period of time, we have just realized that our vision of ourselves in the future keeps changing every time. Correct. So Shreya, I think we could start with you. The other day we did the exercise where we got you into a zone, and we created a process, and we asked you to just think in future who you are and how you would like the world to know you as. Right? So, how would you like to be remembered by the world? And we came up with certain interesting ideas. So, Shreya, would you like to start as to what right now you think is how you want the world to know you as. Yeah, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you can start.
Today I'll be speaking about how the world should know about me. So, hello world. You still don't know who Shreya is. When millions of eyes are staring at me, I feel as though there are thousands of arrows piercing my heart. Yes.
One sec, Shreya. Can you be a little more louder?
Hello world. You still don't know who Shreya is yet. When millions of eyes are staring at me, I feel as though there are thousands of arrows piercing my heart. Yes, that's how anxious I am while speaking. The very thought of people judging me gives me the creep. Why do I feel like this? Is it only me? Am I abnormal? What's wrong with me? I keep asking myself. Is it possible to overcome this fear? Yes, this is possible. This can be possible in many ways. There are so many people who go live on TV shows, give commentaries, speeches, and anchor programs. So it is possible for them. It is possible for you. And yes, it is possible for me too. I want the world to see my transformation from a shy and introverted person to a strong, bold, and confident person who is more famous for her intelligence. I have a YouTube channel and I will also be going live in a public account to overcome my fear. Although all this may seem difficult and scary and challenging for me, I will do my best and still want the whole world to know that I am a confident person who can overcome her fear and stand out in a crowd. Yes, it's a huge responsibility, but it is not possible, not impossible. Take an example of a bumblebee. Scientists say that its wingspan is too small compared to its body weight, so technically it cannot fly. Defying the laws of aerodynamics, it still continues to fly. When I'm in front of a crowd, or let's just say when anyone may have to face a crowd for the first time in life, they may feel their heart pounding, shivering, starting to feel conscious. This is the kind of fear that anyone will want to let go. When the whole world looks at me, I want them to know that all the luggage on my back, that includes all these feelings, have gone away. Although right, I'm not so confident. I'll give myself time to improve my own confidence because I believe one can go beyond one's limits to prove themselves to the whole world. In addition to being a confident person, I would like people to see me as a reliable and trustworthy person and a helpful friend. It is all possible with VG, ma'am. Thank you.
Wow, super. See, I didn't even have to tell, and Tanush immediately clapped for you. So you spoke very beautifully. And I must say that you have a very beautiful, soothing voice. So I am definitely going to use your voice for some of my creative visualizations that I want to put forward. And Shreya, one thing is coming forward is that you need to have a podcast. You can start with a podcast. I'll be just getting the information about how it can be done for you, and definitely I will be sharing it with you. But I think you should start sharing about your thoughts, your opinions to the world. Very beautifully, you have said it. And in certain times, when you talk about speaking in the public, you need to use emotions, and that emotions have to come out. Today, you are not on the video, yet the way you have rendered what you wanted to share with the world as how they should see you as, I'm sure it really came out very beautifully. And the places where you had to use emotions, Tanush, you may remember that I had talked about the emotions, right? How do you interject the emotions into the words which require that? That is what she has really picked up. She's the newest member to Management Me School of Confidence, and she has really done awesome. So once again, a huge round of applause to Shreya. Superb. Keep it up.
Thank
So
you.
Shreya, how did you like it speaking here? This was your first ever speech that you have given, right?
Yes, ma'am. I was a little scared in the start, but then I overcome it.
I didn't get what you said.
I was a little scared in the beginning, but then I overcome it a little bit.
Wow. So you eased yourself out of your fear,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
So we also have Chanchal who's joined us, and believe me, she has the same fear as you have, though she is older to you, but definitely she's in the same state as you were in right now. So you've taken one step towards your success, and definitely now you can climb up the stairs of success. So God bless you and continue. Please be with us. Yes. So now we have Tanush here. Well, Tanush, I hope the butterflies have settled inside your stomach and you are ready for it. Chanchal, we had a wonderful thing that happened. I just was casually talking to him, and he was already in that state to share his opinions to the world without understanding what question I asked him.
Okay. That shows his eagerness, no? That he was quite eager to share his thoughts.
Because last time it so happened that I had asked him to share the share what he wanted with the world, and he completely lost it, and he literally took whatever I said at that moment and only answered those questions. And I'm asking him, Tanush, do you want to say something else? Saying, no, I don't want to say anything
It happens. It's okay.
else. It's okay. So this was actually, something that I went through when I was supposed to give my first ever speech when I was in, I think, fourth or fifth standard. So the teacher comes to the class and she asks, like, there is a inter-school competition that's happening, and who will go for it? And everybody in the class, said, Biji, 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 and they just pointed their finger at me. And I'm just wondering, what is this that I'm supposed to be doing? And I'm not even aware. And because everybody just crammed my mind, I stood up or I raised my hand up. And the teacher said, okay, okay, I'm writing your name for debate. Sorry, for the inter-school competition. Abhi inter-school competition hota kya hai? I have absolutely no idea. I have never ever been, and I've never ever given a speech. And then the thought of Sister Malaika, there was this Sister Malaika, was very strict, and she would stand tall, and don't you ever do any mischief in front of her, that kind of an attitude she had. She was an English teacher and she was supposed to train me. So the thought of going to her itself was very scary. Okay, now she's going to tell your pronunciations are not right. This is not the way to say. So I was more scared about how she's going to train me. But somehow, because everybody took my name, I said I should be standing up to what the world is expecting out of me. And I went, and the poetry was Lord Ulin's daughter. Do you remember? Have you ever come across it? Yeah, it's a
No,
lovely
no.
story about Lord Ulin's daughter who was in love with a prince of the other country, which was Lord Ulin's enemy. And Lord Ulin did not want it to happen. So it is a very romantic story, and I still remember the scene that had created in my mind. This girl is going to meet her lover, and father is coming with his army behind, and there's a big sea, and she has to cross the sea and all those things. This is a faint idea that I have. So it was very exciting and thrilling, at the same time very scary. So, anyways, I and another one girl, we both were chosen from our school to go and represent the inter-school for the inter-school competition. And it was a big, huge auditorium. There were around thousands of people sitting there, participants, parents, everyone, and me standing on the stage. So when I went and saw the people, I didn't know what to say. And then that person is saying, Madam, please, I mean, Gully, please speak. Gully. Gully was a term that was used for girls in convents specifically. Gully, speak. Please start with the speech. And it was a poetry I had to render. And I just started, and then I became completely blank. मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्या करना है. I just stood there, and then the bell rang and I had to come out, and I felt so bad. The teachers had put their trust into me and I literally let them down. So luckily the other girl who was there, she spoke very well, and we were not disqualified. So luckily we could stand somewhere, I think third or something we came in the inter-school competition. So both our marks were taken together. But that day, I was very excited to overcome this fear. And I think that's the reason why right now I help people who are going through this kind of mess that I went through. But believe me, I was in your state once upon a time, and you can be in my state in the coming years. So definitely, this fear is not difficult. It is world's second greatest fear, but it is not so difficult. We have overcome it, and you too can. So, audience out there, please remember glossophobia or the fear of speaking in public is one of the greatest fears. It is the second greatest fear in the world. But we have overcome it, and Management Me School of Confidence can definitely help you to overcome it. So, we have had a number of participants who have been coached by us, and they are doing phenomenally well and have become established speakers as of now. So, let's see how Tanush would like to be known in this world. So over to you, Tanush.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. My name is Tanush, and today I will be talking about how I want the world to view me. As a student of science, I always wondered why I had to learn about the theories that have been disproved multiple years ago. I went to my teacher to ask her this, to which she replied, "Only after understanding the failures, you will understand the true meaning of success." When I think of myself in the future, I imagine myself running my business with passion. The company has a turnover of over 1,000 crore, and using that wealth, I will fund research and make many discoveries that will help in the growth of humankind. For some people, purpose of life is connected to meaningful and satisfying work. For others, their purpose lies in their responsibilities to their friends and families. So, what is your purpose in life? Thank you.
Wow.
That's nice.
Wow. That is really amazing. Really amazing. I'm very happy to know about how you want to contribute to the world and how you want to help more people. And for that, you want to have a business which will fund your research to help more people. Amazing. Dear friends who are watching here, and all my students of Management Me Confidence, the present, past, and the future, this is something that I see coming true. So we've had a lot of visuals created, and being a master at creative visualization, I can tell you that this manifestation that Shreya and Tanush, and of course now Chanchal too, are going to create today. We have done a process, and in that process, they have got this understanding about how they want to be viewed by the world. And believe me, again, when this visual comes true, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, we're definitely going to be there on YouTube and share it to the world how this visual, which was created, has really come true. And there have been n number of examples in my lifetime to have had, manifest what we have created. So if you can go to my YouTube channel and check out Jerusalem Johnson. His is a real life testimony of how we created that. I think it must have been somewhere in 90, uh, maybe in 2000 or something when I created the visual for him. And later on, he became a chef and he got his college won the best meal competition in the entire. They had an inter region or inter state competition and they came first, and this visual had been created many years back. As you see my logo that is there behind, this is another example of visualization where in 2007 I had drawn this logo, and in 2017, that is 10 years after that, it became a physical reality. So my company was formed physically in 2017, but mentally it had the seeds in the year 2007. So thoughts become things. So you have a visual, do connect to us, and we will help you to make that visual come true. Yes, there is a process. It is not just law of attraction. It is a process. It is a process in which you do things the right way that it should be. And there's a lot of cleansing that goes into this kind of process, and then you will be able to manifest whatever you want. So do connect to us in case you want to manifest your visuals. Well, so now we come to the next participant. Over to you, Chanchal. So, how would you like the world to view you as?
Okay. So if I were to be introduced to the world, I want to be known as an ecosystem of knowledge. Just like thriving forest, how forest houses so many species, in the same way, I want to utilize my knowledge to help individuals to pursue right career path. Just like changing seasons, adaptable, dynamic, ever evolving, I want to acquire knowledge and I want to transform myself so that I can help individuals to train themselves as well as their corporate, so that they can build a successful ecosystem. So as a corporate trader, I would like to build an ecosystem so that world could appreciate my role and would accolade my contribution to it. As a life coach, I would like to give something to the people. I want to nurture their lives, because life is all about giving. Okay, so just like tree does not eat at its own fruits, in the same way, I just want to contribute whatever I have acquired so far in my life. I want to help people so that they can nurture, so that I can nurture their lives, and they can be they can deal with all types of problems. So to conclude, in all the three scenarios, I just want, there is something which is common, that is stage. I want to own the stage and I want to show to the world, okay, yes, I can give something to the world. Thank you.
Superb.
Thank
I
you.
have no words to say how you spoke with a lot of clarity. Though, with respect to public speaking, there are a few more things that can be changed, but that's okay.
Yeah,
The
thank you.
technical skills will definitely come out, but speaking from your heart, when you want to give the content forward, and when you actually want to establish your presence, whether on the screen or on the stage, what is required is there in you. So you have the charisma of people wanting to listen to you. So that's one thing that's very evident in you, and the way you spoke it, the passion was seen without being without that effort to be taken. The passion was seen that yes, this is something that I'm passionate about and this is what I want to be. So that was seen. There are a few areas that we can still work on to, and I am sure the more you start coming onto stage, your fear is going to disappear slowly and slowly, and the anxiety that you feel is going to disappear. So I'm sure Shreya also will get this confidence. Of course, it needs a lot of practice, and you will reach your target and your goal. So the kind of passion that you have will drive you to have all the skills that is necessary for your passion to reach its fruition. When I'm talking about fruition, it means अगर आप एक बीज बो रहे हो तो उस बीज को बड़ा होने के बाद में उस पेड़ में फल आते हैं, और वो बीज का कार्य तब पूरा होता है जब वो फल जिसको उस फल की भूख है उसको जब वो मिलेगी. So Chanchal, as a corporate trainer and as a life coach, you have that ability within you to give the fruits of your labor, that is your passion, into whatever learnings that you're doing right now, to the right mentees or the right coaches who will be trained under you. So, whatever development you're doing for yourself, you're not just doing it for you per se, but you're doing it to all those numerous hundreds of people who will be trained under you. And that is why take this as a very serious passion, and you are doing phenomenally well. You're learning everything that I'm teaching you, every technique you are applying, and that's the beauty about it. So, a huge round of applause for Chanchal, Shreya, and Tanush. Super. So, Tanush, somewhere in your role as an entrepreneur, you will have to use this ability of yours where you connect to the audience. Today, what I felt was that audience connection was not so strong. You weren't making an attempt to connect to the audience. I know it is a virtual platform, but still, when Chanchal was saying, did you feel that it was being told to you alone?
Pardon, miss?
Tanush, when Chanchal was speaking, did you feel that it was being said for you alone?
Yes.
Yeah. Shreya, did you feel that Chanchal was speaking to you alone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is how you connect to the audience. That everybody in the audience should feel that you are speaking to them and for them. So Tanush, that is something that you still have to learn. Where the other person feels you are more in a hurry of, completing what you wanted to share, and that what is a stress was so much that I should say it the way it should be said, right? So relax. This requires a lot of practice, and with practice, it is going to be perfect. Don't worry about it. And I'm there. Main hu na, right? So it's been really awesome to have you here, and I'm so happy that you're taking your learnings very seriously. Now, one of the things that I'm doing this kind of a process with you is to ensure that you create what you want. What does this mean? How can you create? It's only a creator who creates something, no? And you're not a creator. What's your opinion? क्या लगता है क्या आप कुछ रचित कर सकते हैं?
I guess if we have some vision, we can create it.
And if you want to create your vision, does Tanush agree to this? Do you agree, Shreya, that you can create what you want?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, but then why is it that people are not using the simple technique?
Because they
It's
don't
like you
have
are
the
a
burning
farmer, you
desire.
have to sow the seeds. Huh?
They don't have the burning desire to do it. It's like they want to do it, but for that development has to be taken place. What you mentioned about me. Yes, I was facing struggle, while speaking. So other things are okay, but when it is all about stage, so I had some sort of anxiety. So that I realized. So I know that this is something which is pulling me back. So whatever age I am in, it doesn't matter because it depends, when you realize you should come ahead and you should develop yourself. So this is something I felt, and that's why I approached you for this thing. And I'm glad that I
Yeah,
approached.
thank you. So you should not shy away from improving on the areas that you think you need to work on to. बहुत सारे लोग ना उनको लगता है नहीं 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 I should not tell people about my weakness. You're publicly talking about this in the you're in front of everyone else. So you have to be open enough and you have to trust the crowd that whatever you are saying is being accepted. And even if they mock at you, it's fine. So many people always wants to have a clean picture and want to be loved by everybody. कोई मुझे negative comments नहीं आनी चाहिए. Right? So once you remove yourself from that fear, that I will share my voice to the world, irrespective of what people think, that is when you will be truly liberated. And when you're truly liberated, you'll be free. And when you're free, you will get extraordinary ideas. And that extraordinary ideas are going to make you extraordinary. Got it? Shreya,
Yes, miss.
you have to come out of your shell. So if you come out of your shell, you know that you are actually respecting yourself. What are some of the things by which you think that you don't want to go in front of a crowd? Shreya.
Like a shivering person who's constant,
Huh?
like a
Huh?
constantly shivering person, like something.
Constantly
Shivering person.
shivering person. So just now in front of you, Chanchal said that she feels that fear, she feels that anxiety. So feel that anxiety and be vulnerable enough to accept it. हर कोई परफेक्ट नहीं होता. करेक्ट, हम गलतियां करते हैं, पर गलतियां न करने के लिए अगर हम कोई काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, so we are not being proactive, and if you're not proactive, you will not get results. So if you keep doing the same things again and again, you will get the same results. So if you want to change your results, what do you have to do?
You have to break the barriers so that you can come out of your
Yes.
shell, as you said.
Work on
So what
ourselves.
were your barriers?
My barriers were actually coming on the stage. Like, sometimes I used to recite a lot, okay, at home, whatever content I need to speak. But when I used to go on the stage, I used to forget.
Hmm.
So that was the challenge to me, to keep myself stable when I'm on the stage. Maybe I had that thinking, maybe I would be judged by others. So this was the thing which was
Ah,
a lot, maybe how I would be speaking and what all things, because there were so many eyes, looking at me.
yes.
So different people, different opinions. So I was scared of that.
So we always want to have a good opinion from everyone all around us, right? Shreya,
Yes, ma'am.
you spoke about what you felt when you have million eyes on you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a fear of being judged.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think the fear of being judged will help you to grow?
No. It won't. Yes.
So if you have to grow, you have to get into the soil. A seed, if it has to grow, has to risk putting its radical, the part from where the this grows. All science students will know about it. The radical into the soil, and at the tip of the radical, it is so tender that if there is a sharp stone inside, it is going to get hurt. Correct? It is going to break. So, but still it has to risk putting the roots deep down into the soil. It has to risk stretching the plumule to the sky to open itself to the harsh sunlight and not be burned, and move towards the sky to reach its highest glory, and then to produce fruits, and to allow that fruits to be eaten by somebody else other than the tree. So just as you rightly said, पेड़ अपना फल कभी खाती नहीं, नदी अपना पानी कभी पीती नहीं. So ये देने के लिए है, right? So अगर आप उसको देंगे तो वो multiply होगा, and your purpose will be served. So as Tanush also wants to be an entrepreneur and he wants to serve the community, and for that he wants to be an entrepreneur. I saw a little girl or a little boy out there, and I would like to say a hi to that person who's so cute.
He was
Would you
my
like to
son.
be there?
He was leaning over the screen. Now he has
Yes,
gone.
yes.
He wanted to see what I'm doing on the screen, with whom I'm chatting. So he wanted to have a look at it. He looked and then he
Sure.
realized that so his hairs can be
His hair is
very
seen.
yeah.
So cute. So the fear of judgment, how do you overcome the fear of judgment? Now that we have evolved in this entire session, we understood about how we would like to be known to the world. Definitely, if we still have the fear of judgment, we will never be known in that way that we have decided today. Correct? So, what is the fear of judgment? Like, I'll be very honest with you. Right now, I am a life coach, I'm a leadership catalyst, yet I have certain fears within me. But I am ready to face it. Today, the difference is I'm ready to face it. Yesterday, the difference was, oh no, let me keep those fears with me. So, I want to be known as an international inspirational speaker, author, and leadership catalyst. So, definitely standing there on the big stage, maybe on a TED stage, and speaking there. I know my content will come out very flawlessly, but then again, the question is, how are people going to take me? Are they going to say that you should have added this, or you should have added that, or you should have worn this, or you should have stood like this, or you should have added this to it? There are n number of thoughts that come, but if you let the glory of your desires come true, to have prominence over the fears that you have, that is when you would have mastered your fear. So, is Shreya's vision of standing there as a bold, confident girl stronger than the fear that she has. Yes, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
So if the fear is stronger, then the fear will overcome you.
Mm.
If the desire is stronger, then the desire will overcome
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
right? So Tanush, today when you speak about it, the other day, you were a little confused as to what or how you want to be known to the world. So today, do you think that when you shared this message to the world, you really feel that you'll be able to achieve something really great? And is that fear stronger, or is the desire to see that visual come true stronger? Which is stronger?
The desire, ma'am.
Yes, the desire is stronger. What about you, Chanchal?
I want to confess something on the screen. So I actually wanted to
Yes.
skip this meeting today because I was scared. So, so when your call came, so actually I was out. I said, now the call has come. Now I have to appear on the screen. So, that was still something, but, I decided, no, I have to overcome it. Okay. So maybe if today I'll excuse, so another day, I have to appear on the day on the screen. So finally I decided, no, I have to do it. So let's come on the screen. Whatever will happen, will happen. It's okay. I'll give my best.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy and thank you for being so genuine and confessing your fear on stage. But believe me, busy being busy, एक बार जो पीछे पड़ गई तो पड़ेगी.
Yes, I know.
So
So
she
I
knew.
just give, yeah. So I said, let's give it whatever it is. Let's give it.
She knew आज अगर भाग गई तो बीजी मिस next time तो पकड़ लेगी. So how many times will I run? So good and wise decision, Chanchal, that you didn't make me pursue you. Yes,
I don't want to
that's what
bother
we
you
do
too
and
much.
manage.
Already you have so many things to do. So I decided, no, let's just do it today.
Great. So I'm so thankful to you and thank you. See, you have faced your fear. It's immense for you. मुझे तो लग रहा होगा अरे क्या बात है सिर्फ खड़े रह के सिर्फ बोलना ही है और क्या बोलना है वो भी पता है तो कौन सी बड़ी बात है बट ऐसा नहीं होता है the fear that you each of you faced was real. It was a real fear. So for you and only you can understand that fear which others cannot understand. But when you take that first step towards your progress is when you have defeated your fear. So, my dear friends, I would love to ask you, do you want to defeat your fear of your anxiety, of the fear of being judged, of, the fear of speaking? And definitely, Management Me School of Confidence is where you can come. Stay blessed. This is Vijay Tushar, Leadership Development Catalyst, urging you to work on yourself because personal development is something that can lead you to success. And who knows, probably your purpose in life, just as Chanchal is exploring, just as Tanush is exploring, and just as Shreya and many of our students at Management Me School of Confidence are exploring. So this is Bijit Tushar, Leadership Development Catalyst, signing off for now. And yes, every Wednesday we will be live at 8:30 p.m. Excuse us this time because we had to complete this session before 6:30, and that's why we are here earlier. Stay blessed and thank you so much for watching. Do put in a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Yes, I win when you win. Stay blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you all.